As free agency in the NBA gets underway, let's break down how the salary cap works and what happens when teams go past it. The salary cap in any sport is how much money each team can spend on player contracts. How it works is that the league adds up all the money it makes every year from tickets, TV deals, sponsorships, concessions, and everything else. The players in the league get around half of that, so it's divided by 2 and split between all 30 teams, and that number is used as the salary cap. This chart down here shows how much it's grown, and since 2000, the cap has gone up nearly 300% to $140.5 million for the 24-25 season, and next season that number will rise again by 10% to $154.6 million, thanks in part to the new media rights deal that bumps up the total league revenue. What's interesting about the NBA is that it has what's called a soft cap. That means teams can spend beyond the limit, but it comes at a cost. There are a few key numbers to know here. The first is the luxury tax line, sitting at $188 million, the first apron at $196 million, and the second apron at $208 million. Let's first talk about the luxury tax. Once teams get above this line here, they're taxed incrementally for every extra $5.6 million they spend. The first bucket is taxed at $1 for every dollar the team spends over the limit. The next section is at $1.25 per dollar, then it keeps going up progressively and getting harsher and harsher the more you spend. If we look at that in practice over here on the right, we can see what that means for teams that want to go over the luxury tax line. If a team spends $200 million on players, their total bill would be about $215 million because of the tax they have to pay on their amount over the threshold. As we keep going here with the dot at every $5 million increment like this, we can see the bills get really out of control with the multipliers to where a team that's spending $215 million on players would be hit with an extra $83 million tax bill. Think of it like a speeding ticket. Going 10 miles an hour over might be a slap on the wrist, but if you're going 70 and a 30, that's going to be a bigger bill. Not only are there price tags for spending a lot on players, but these bars are colored based on how flexible teams can be in each bucket. Once they get above the first apron and especially the second apron in orange and red, teams don't have access to some of the exceptions that give them the flexibility to sign players and build a team. So if we go back to the speeding analogy, not only are you paying a hefty ticket, but if you're up here in the red, you also proverbially get that driver's license revoked. Alas, while the system does punish intense overspending, you still have teams in ownership that want to get in a Ferrari and go fast in an effort to win championships. Follow for more sports data visualizations.